Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got something new, something pretty rare. I've recorded a lot of videos lately and I haven't uploaded many of them because I just feel like none of it was cool or interesting. But maybe you guys will think of it. So this is a 1971 Jeep CJ6 Fire Department Jeep. The difference between a CJ6 and a CJ5 is basically the CJ5 wheel should be about right here. You can see like where a normal wheel well would be. So this is the extended version. This was at a local fire department near me in Northeast Ohio. And they had this since new, is what I'm told. Again, it's a 1971. The cool thing here is that it has 5,760 original miles. For being a 71, I think that's pretty sick. Let's see here. It has a Ramsey winch that works flawlessly. It did have a huge water tank in the back. The guys that I got it off of pulled the water tank out, and apparently there was some rust underneath where the water tank was. There was a rubber mat, and the rubber mat kind of like held the moisture underneath in between it and the metal. So this has been replaced, and that's really about it. The Jeep is like very clean, except for they fiberglassed this right here. So you can see very easily where they put the fiberglass in this back area. That's really my only gripe with the whole thing, is I wish they wouldn't have touched it. I hate fiberglass. I hate covering stuff up. I'd rather cut it out, put new metal in, and that way you know it's done the right way. So that almost made me not buy it. I actually got a really good deal on it, so I put my original judgment to the side and just ended up taking the hit and buying it. A better view here. You can see how it's, I think they put 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch plywood, and then put fiberglass over it, and then covered it with bed liner. And fiberglass and bed liner are probably my two most hated things in the world because they're both extremely hard to get rid of. But besides that, I mean, tires are like new, wheels are great. Everything here is just phenomenal. You can see the shape it is underneath. No rust or anything, except where you get to where they fixed things. So the electric is kind of a mess. I'm assuming the fire department, when they got rid of it, they took it out, so they had to take their sirens and all that stuff off. Still got some of these cool lights, which I do want to wire in. Let me pop the hood here for you guys. Let's see. I'm used to Willys Jeeps. So this has the Dauntless V6, and it runs very, I don't know, very okay, I guess is what I would say. I definitely think it needs new spark plugs, probably wires, distributor cap, rotor, just gone through. It kind of runs pretty bad actually. I did drive it from where I bought it home about maybe 25 miles. So they said that it didn't run or drive besides their backyard in maybe 10 years or so. And I just said, you know what, if I can get it to idle, I'm driving it home. So that's what I did. It made it 25 miles like nothing, 55, 60 miles an hour. Has a little bit of a shake in the front end, which probably wouldn't be too hard to get rid of. I assume maybe tires need balanced or something's low on air. Honestly, I didn't even check. I've watched too many episodes of Roadkill and Vice Grip Garage where I just figure, you know what, if it runs, it can make the drive. So fuel filter looks recently replaced. At least the flow is going in the right direction. I've seen them not, so that's good. I mean, as you can see, everything just looks old. I mean, there's plenty of things that aren't original on here. I mean, all kinds of random fuel lines and just, I mean, flashers. Like, who needs turn signals? We don't need that. And yeah, so I'll start it up here and let you guys hear it. Like I said, it doesn't sound good. Let's see here. At least this is way easier to get in than my M38. Give it some gas. See if it's gonna stay idling. So, I don't know if you can visibly see the shake or not. I would say for sure missing on one cylinder at least, maybe two. And the exhaust leak doesn't help it at all, makes it sound even worse. Haven't looked at the exhaust yet. You can just see a general So it has a general miss, has an exhaust leak. The gas, I can smell, the guy said they put 5 gallons of fresh gas in. If they did, the other gas must have been terrible because it smells like 50-year-old gas. Just burns your nose, burns your nostrils kind of thing. It smells terrible. But let's see here. The brakes aren't the best. There's no plate on it, but I figure I might as well take you guys for a ride, right? So again, no plate, and it runs bad, but let's see what we can get here. I'm in 2-wheel high. The transmission shifts like butter. I mean, crazy. Gotta keep it going. Brakes don't work that well either, but again, who needs those? Going 30, no issues, plenty of power. Brakes. Pulls to the right immediately, as you can see. I'm assuming it feels like the rear right is the only one that works well, I guess. You ready? If I let go of this wheel, you guys hear that brake lockout? Got all the power though, that's for sure. Let's turn this off here. So, what should I do with it? It looks cool. It drives great at high speeds. Doesn't stop great, but that's a simple fix. I don't know. I don't know if I should keep this. The channel is called Buy, Fix, Flip because that's what I do a lot, is flip a lot of things. But this guy, I don't know. It really makes me want to keep it because of how low the miles are and how cool. I love the extended. Like I love any long Jeeps I love. So like an M170, which is also CJ6, love it. An LJ, like an 04, 05, 06 LJ, also love them. CJ8 Scramblers, cool as hell. Anything like longer than it's supposed to be, good in my book. So if this Jeep did not have this repair, like I wish it was just all rusted out right here, because I would be so hyped about it. Cutting this out is already gonna make me mad, I can already tell. And yeah, I just hate fiberglass and bed liner. In reality, they bed lined all of the front. Everything you see, they bed lined. And I don't know if you guys remember my 12 valve Cummins by 94 3500 single cab dually. I have been trying to remove the bed liner on that for, I want to say 6 months now. I've been pressure washing it. I've been putting on citrus strip, pressure washing, let a citrus strip sit. And it's been taking months, and it's a pain in the ass. And this is going to be the same way. Like you can even, they put in this little piece of angle iron the whole way down. Let me pop this up. You can see how clean this thing could have been. Look at that. When do you ever see toolbox channels or toolbox lids, anything rust free? You don't. If they wouldn't have put this on, so we'll see how long it takes me. I'd really love to get to 1,000 subs and get monetized. That way I can have some kind of driver to get out here and record all these videos. I have a 6x6 M38 Kubota diesel swap project that I'm working on. I have that in the backyard right now. I just bought a XJ Cherokee this week. I have a TJ Rubicon that I just put 35s on yesterday. I fixed up an LB7 Duramax that had 100,000 miles, original owner. Bought it non-running, fixed that all up, got it going. But again, I didn't record it because it's like, it adds that extra 3 to 4 or 5 hours or whatever into the process. And I'm just like, you know, go, go, go. So hopefully I can get some subs, get monetized, and get this thing rolling. So drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Should I keep it? Should I fix it? Should I sell it? Should I lift it and put lockers in it and a lower range transmission and wheel it? No, I know I probably won't do that because it's so clean. I don't want to beat it up, but I've done worse things. Thanks for tuning in for another one. We'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.